Hola, soy la profesora Clark. Today we're going to talk about Saludos y Despedidas, which is hello and goodbye in Spanish. We start off with la conversación sencilla, which is a simple conversation. For this class, I'd like for you to begin with memorizing this conversation in Spanish. It's a very simple conversation, and it helps get you excited and ready to begin speaking in Spanish, which is something that I know is a bit of a difficulty for many of you. To begin, we have that our simple conversation consists of different parts. And here are some integral and important parts. First, we have the saludo. We have the disposición. We have nombre, origen, saludo número dos, and despedida. Each one of these categories is defined below in the graphics that you'll see on your handout and in this video. To begin, we have two situations that we need to address in Spanish. We have la conversación formal or informal. In English, it's very easy for us to look at factors, environment, and individuals to determine whether a situation is formal or informal. In Spanish, we have those same factors, but additionally, we have grammatical words, pronouns actually, that help us determine whether a situation is formal or informal. So if a Spanish speaker uses tú with you, that means that the situation for them, in their perception, is very informal. But if a Spanish speaker uses usted with you, they are seeing the information or the environment and the situation as formal. You should keep in mind that if someone uses usted with you, you should use usted with them unless they give you permission to use tú. So we have that informal situation and formal situations, our biggest clues are in the grammar that we use, namely the pronouns. If we look for our purposes in school, we can identify that an informal conversation can be between students, and a formal conversation can be between a professor and a student. I put the elements of the informal conversation in red and the elements of the formal conversation in blue. For this class, I would like for you to know by heart the informal conversation. The formal conversation is extremely important, and you'll need to use it if you plan on using Spanish in a business setting. But for the purposes of our class, and we want to be familiar and welcoming, I am going to begin to use informal with you. So if we look at the elements of la conversación informal, we'll see here that all categories that were listed above are listed. We have saludo, disposición, nombre, origen, saludo, and despedida. I can go through each one and explain to you the different parts and the variations. My saludo is going to be hola. That's a very simple hello. If I want to add and acknowledge that there's a part of the day, I can say hola, buenos días, which is for the morning. Hola, buenas tardes, which is for the afternoon. Hola, buenas noches, which is going to be for the night or evening. And then I can also say hola, ¿qué tal?, which is used at any time of day, but it's extremely informal. Asking how someone is, the disposición, will go through as this. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Estoy bien. The response for ¿cómo estás? Can be estoy bien, but I can also use what's below listed. Estoy mal, estoy así así, estoy cansado if you are a male, or estoy cansada if you are a female. Estoy mal just means I'm not well, I'm bad. Estoy así así means I'm okay. Estoy cansada means I'm tired for women, and estoy cansado means I'm tired for men. Moving along, if you want to ask someone's name, you're going to say, ¿Cómo te llamas? And you're going to reply, me llamo Karina. ¿Y tú? Me llamo Carlos. What's important that we see also in disposición and nombre and also origen coming up is this way of shooting it back to somebody, y tú. That means simply, and you. So I'm asking your name, ¿cómo te llamas? And I'm going to tell you my name, me llamo Karina. And then I want to know your name too, so I'm going to say, ¿y tú? No need for me to repeat ¿cómo te llamas again, especially in a conversation. The next part is origen, and I'm simply going to say, ¿de dónde eres? Soy de Panamá. ¿Y tú? Soy de Omaha. Now, when you're pronouncing soy, it's just like the sauce, soy. And when I'm asking about origen, I'm really asking about where you originate from, not where you currently live, where your family is from, where you would call home. Most of the time, people will say, soy de Mexico, right, if I'm from Mexico, but you might be living in Omaha, and that is another verb which we will learn on a different day. After we've gone through the small talk of disposición, nombre, and origen, you might just want to say, nice to meet you. And how we say that in Spanish is, mucho gusto. And if you want to say nice to meet you as well, you simply respond by saying, igualmente. You can also say encantado if you're a male, and that means I'm enchanted to meet you. Or if you're a female, you're going to say encantada. Again, that means I'm enchanted to meet you. And you will finalize the exchange by saying adiós, or hasta luego, or hasta pronto, or que pase buen día, which means have a good day, or hasta la vista, which means until we see each other again, or a simple ciao, which is my favorite one. We just need to make sure that we understand that the differences between the two conversations are in the pronouns. If I want to address someone informally, I'm going to use tú. But if I'm going to address someone formally, I'm going to use usted. Keep in mind that in the Americas, it's always customary to use the formal address. And in Spain, more and more, the informal is used. For this class, again, I want for you to focus on the elements of la conversación informal. We will be practicing this in class every day. And we will also be adding on to this, and hopefully we will be expanding your speech in Spanish. Gracias y chao.